The story of the prophet Elijah is one of courage, faith, and miracles in the face of great adversity. Elijah appears during a time of spiritual crisis in Israel under the rule of King Ahab and Queen Jezebel, who have led the people to worship Baal, a pagan god. Determined to restore Israel's faith in the true God, Elijah stands against powerful rulers and false prophets. Elijah's first encounter with Ahab is bold. He declares that there will be neither dew nor rain in Israel until he says so. A prophecy that brings a severe drought upon the land as a sign of God's displeasure with the idolatry in Israel. God then sends Elijah to the Kerith ravine, where he miraculously receives food from ravens and drinks from a brook until it dries up. Afterward, God instructs him to go to the widow of Zarephath in Sidon. This widow, despite having almost nothing, feeds Elijah, and God rewards her faith by making her flour and oil supply never run dry. Later, when her son falls ill and dies, Elijah prays earnestly, and God restores the boy's life, a powerful testimony to God's presence in Elijah's role as his prophet. The pinnacle of Elijah's story occurs on Mount Carmel, where he confronts the prophets of Baal in a dramatic showdown. He challenges them to a test to prove who the true God is. The prophets of Baal call on their God to send fire to consume a sacrificial bull, but nothing happens. Elijah then prays to the God of Israel, and fire falls from heaven, consuming not only the sacrifice but also the stones, wood, and water around it. The people fall to their knees, crying, "The Lord, He is God." This event sparks a revival in Israel, as people turn away from Baal and recognize the power of the true God. But Elijah's troubles are not over. Queen Jezebel, furious over the defeat of Baal's prophets, threatens his life, forcing him to flee to the wilderness. In despair, he prays to God for death, feeling overwhelmed by his mission. Instead, God provides him with food and water and leads him to Mount Horeb, where Elijah experiences a profound encounter with God, not in a dramatic display of wind, earthquake, or fire, but in a gentle whisper. God reassures Elijah, reminding him he is not alone and that there are still faithful people in Israel. Elijah's journey concludes in a remarkable way. He appoints Elisha as his successor, and shortly afterward, as he and Elisha walk together, a chariot of fire and horses appear, and Elijah is taken up to heaven in a whirlwind. Elisha receives Elijah's mantle, symbolizing the passing of Elijah's prophetic spirit and mission. Elijah's legacy is profound. His life stands as a testament to the power of faith and obedience to God, and he is remembered as one of the greatest prophets who prepared the way for people to return to God.